A sudden surge from beneath the water can throw an entire hunting group into confusion. The most dangerous predator is often the one that remains hidden the longest. One step too far into the water, and every advantage on land can disappear. A single lightning-fast snap from the river below is enough to disrupt the entire encounter. When the crocodile makes its move, can the target still escape the danger beneath the surface? The Great Wildebeest Migration is one of the largest wildlife journeys on the savanna, with thousands of animals crossing the grasslands of East Africa. After traveling long distances beneath the intense heat, rivers become essential places to recover strength and restore energy for the next stage of the journey. Yet these life-sustaining waters are also where many predators lie in wait. The wildebeest herd slowly gathers along the riverbank. The animals at the front pause to scan their surroundings before lowering their heads to drink. Despite their constant vigilance, the thirst that follows a journey of hundreds of miles eventually draws them to the water's edge. Just a few seconds of lowered awareness can create an opportunity for an ambush. Beneath the murky water, the crocodile blends almost perfectly into its surroundings. Rather than relying on long pursuits, it depends on surprise. The moment a wildebeest lowers its head, the river suddenly erupts. One lightning-fast surge pulls the animal beneath the surface, sending the rest of the herd scattering in every direction. The outcome, however, does not always favor the ambush predator. At another river crossing, as a crocodile attempts to keep its target beneath the water, large ripples suddenly spread across the surface. An adult hippopotamus enters the area. Driven by its strong territorial instincts, the hippopotamus forces the crocodile to move aside, creating a brief opening. That moment is enough for the wildebeest to surge toward the riverbank and escape the dangerous waters. Along these migration routes, every river becomes a test of instinct and adaptation. Each species follows its own purpose, together maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. African wild dogs are among the most successful predators on the savanna. They rely not on individual strength, but on teamwork, flexible positioning, and exceptional endurance. But when a hunt reaches the water's edge, the pack's advantage begins to fade. After a long pursuit, the pack forces a young antelope into shallow water. The wild dogs take turns moving in, keeping the animal surrounded while trying to guide it back toward the shore. Beneath the murky water, however, a crocodile has been waiting patiently for the right moment. As one wild dog moves too far into the water, the surface suddenly erupts. A rapid surge from below forces it back toward the riverbank. Moments later, the crocodile closes in again, drawing the encounter into deeper water, where the wild dogs can no longer rely on their speed. The rest of the pack does not retreat immediately. They run along the river's edge, moving closer and then pulling back as they try to support their packmate. But every step into the water increases the risk, as the advantage shifts toward the crocodile. After a tense standoff, the wild dog caught in danger takes advantage of a brief opening and the support of the rest of the pack to make it back to shore. The pack quickly regroups and moves away from the water's edge. On the savanna, African wild dogs rely on teamwork, while crocodiles rely on their environment. Along the boundary between land and water, the terrain itself often determines the outcome. Amid the scorching heat of Kruger, muddy water holes become essential gathering places for many animals. For the impala, a light-bodied antelope with remarkable reflexes, speeds can reach about 55 miles per hour, with leaps of nearly 10 feet and rapid changes of direction that help it escape danger. But the moment it lowers its head to drink, those advantages narrow for a few critical seconds. A herd of impalas cautiously approaches the riverbank. They do not drink immediately. Instead, they pause to watch their surroundings, their ears constantly turning, ready to spring away at any moment. Beneath the murky water, a crocodile blends almost perfectly into its surroundings. Only its eyes remain above the surface as it waits for the animals to come close enough. The shorter the distance, the greater the opportunity. Without warning, the river surface erupts. A sudden surge from the water's edge sends the entire herd bounding away in alarm. The impalas scatter in every direction, while the crocodile quickly loses its advantage if the herd reacts in time, before disappearing beneath the water once again. Sometimes the crocodile must wait through several attempts before the right opportunity appears. Each missed opportunity requires valuable energy, yet the ambushed predator soon returns to complete stillness, concealed beneath the surface. For the impala, every trip to the water is also a step into a place of risk, where thirst and the instinct for survival are always in delicate balance. Across the African savanna, lions are symbols of strength. With powerful muscles, strong jaws, and coordinated teamwork, they dominate many encounters on land. But that advantage does not extend to the river's edge, where the balance begins to shift. For the crocodile, there is no need for a direct confrontation. It simply waits for a powerful animal to enter the water. Along one riverbank, a pride of lions approaches the water. The young cubs stay close to their mother, still lacking the experience to recognize movement beneath the murky surface. The lioness remains alert, yet even a short distance is enough to create risk. Without warning, a lightning-fast surge throws the pride into confusion. The lioness is immediately turned back, moving close to the riverbank and roaring in warning. But once the encounter shifts toward deeper water, the advantage is no longer theirs. Every step forward becomes a calculated risk, because beneath the surface, the ambush predator controls the position. In another encounter, even an adult lion is not completely safe. While swimming across deep water, its powerful body becomes slower, visibility is reduced, and quick maneuvering becomes far more difficult. From below, a crocodile quietly moves into position. A single rapid surge from behind is enough to turn a river crossing into a critical moment. But if the lion reaches the shore in time, the balance changes immediately. On land, its speed and quick reflexes once again become its greatest advantage. The outcome depends not only on strength, but also on where the encounter takes place. Across the vast grasslands of Africa, cheetahs can reach speeds of about 70 miles per hour during short bursts of acceleration. Their slender bodies and long tails allow them to change direction with remarkable precision while in pursuit. But after every energy-demanding hunt, they still need to visit a water source, and that is when their advantage begins to fade. A group of young cheetahs cautiously approaches the riverbank. They pause to observe their surroundings before moving any closer. The water ahead appears calm, but beneath the murky surface, an ambush predator is already waiting. The crocodile blends almost perfectly into its surroundings. The moment one cheetah comes close enough, the stillness is shattered. A lightning-fast surge forces the entire group to react instinctively. One cheetah loses its footing and is drawn toward deeper water, while the others quickly retreat and keep their distance. Cheetahs rarely choose to confront danger when the odds are against them. In another encounter, even after securing a meal on land, they are not completely safe. When the food lies too close to the water's edge, a crocodile appears as an unexpected rival. Its sudden arrival prompts the cheetah to step back, choosing to avoid a greater risk than the reward is worth. In the natural world, survival depends on more than speed or a well-timed attack. Sometimes recognizing limits and retreating at the right moment is what ensures long-term survival. Along Africa's sandy riverbanks and winding waterways, the hippopotamus is one of the few animals that even crocodiles often avoid confronting. A full-grown adult can weigh more than 6,000 pounds, with an enormous jaw, tremendous bite force, and a powerful instinct to defend its territory. On a sandy riverbank, several crocodiles are basking in the sun when a group of hippos slowly approaches. Their steady, deliberate steps prompt the crocodiles to move aside one by one, leaving an open path. For the hippos, it is simply a way of maintaining their space and access to the water. Even beneath the surface, the crocodile's advantage is not always absolute. When one moves too close, the hippos immediately change direction and form a close defensive circle. The water churns with movement, encouraging the crocodile to back away and avoid unnecessary risk. Young hippos, however, remain the most vulnerable members of the group. When a calf becomes separated from the protective formation, a crocodile quickly takes advantage of the opportunity. By the time the mother hippopotamus rushes in, the distance and the underwater terrain make it extremely difficult to intervene effectively. In the natural world, there is no absolute ruler. The advantage belongs to the species that makes the best use of its environment, chooses the right moment, and recognizes the brief openings an opponent leaves behind. The African buffalo is one of the few animals that even large predators approach with caution. An adult bull can weigh more than 1,500 pounds, with powerful shoulders and horns that form a solid protective shield. Yet during the dry season, when it must return to the water, even this formidable animal enters the territory of another powerful rival. Under the intense heat, the buffalo herd slowly approaches the riverbank. The adults take positions around the outside, while the younger animals remain safely behind them. As they lower their heads to drink, they bring themselves closer to the water's surface, the moment when they are most vulnerable. Beneath the murky water, a Nile crocodile waits with remarkable patience. Without warning, the water erupts. The crocodile surges forward with tremendous speed, taking advantage of the first moments of the ambush. The buffalo immediately shifts its full weight to stay away from the deeper water. Within seconds, the surrounding herd lowers its horns and forms a protective circle. Almost instantly, the encounter is no longer between a single crocodile and one buffalo. It becomes a confrontation between the ambushed predator and the entire herd. Once the element of surprise is gone, the crocodile gradually retreats toward deeper water, while the buffalo steadily returns to the riverbank under the protection of the others. Across the African savanna, along the fragile boundary of the river's edge, the strength of the herd can become the greatest advantage of all. The attack comes to an end, but the signs of danger remain. The crocodile slips back beneath the water, where it continues to rely on the advantage of ambush. The prey learns to stay alert, while its rival learns to respect the boundary between land and water. That enduring balance is one of the forces that has shaped Africa's ecosystems over time. If you enjoy moments like these, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more wildlife encounters.